Today I want to show you how I cleaned up my unorganized and very cramped raised garden bed. Hello, welcome to Green Days on the Patio. I am Robin and I am a small urban container gardener out on my patios. So I'm just going to dig around all the way around. I know I'm going to have to break up a few of its roots, but that's okay. Calendula is pretty sturdy. I can feel how it's kind of spread out in certain areas. So I'm going to go pretty wide around the perimeter, and just because it's most definitely running into the lemon balm roots since it's coming up out right here. So I have to go a little deep. I can hear them breaking up as well, but that's okay. And then I'm going to take my and carefully lift it out. Okay. The roots up, the roots are separating the roots. So as you can see, I've already made a hole here. Take out a little bit more dirt. I want to tough it right in, and then take the dirt that I took out and put it back in here. And as you can see, the calendula had already spread all the way over here as well. See that? That's calendula from all the way on the other side of the raised bed. Weeds like that will always find a way. Back over here. So tuck all the roots back in and then fill it with soil. I'm just making sure all the soil is up to about here. Not too high where when you water it, it'll cause the stems to become too soft, but also not too far away where they can produce more shoots. Do is pull these up and then move the lemon balm over. I'm going to take my bigger shovel and I'm just going to break these up because I know that there's going to be extra, oh, worms. I know that there's going to be extra roots that need to be broken up. I'm going to probably use my hands here. Then I'm going to try to go out outside of the perimeter as far as I can so I don't make too much of a jab. And in the earlier short, I told you that I was experimenting and I wanted to see if I could grow chamomile from some of the old heads of my old chamomile plant. And I just took them off and I sprinkled them all around, and this season they're starting to grow back. However, they can't stay here sharing this lavender plant because this chamomile is going to overtake. Okay. Let's see. Now that I left it in there too long, so I'm gonna probably take some of this off. Pull out where it's loose. These ended up being 2 plants. That was an old basil plant. Lastly, I think what I'm gonna do is, remember I said that we had this mystery plant here? I do not know what it is, but it came with a packet called Bees Friends. If you know what type of, I'll try to find the packet and hopefully somebody in the comments can tell me if they've used it before as well, and if you know what this plant is. But I'm gonna leave it in the raised bed, except I'm just going to move it somewhere else. Its roots aren't that long, so I don't know. Those roots are down in the soil. Pretty close to each other. I don't really have a problem with that. Alright, all that's left is to find a place for this mystery plant. And I'm thinking, because the roots aren't long, you know, it's not gonna, I think it's gonna be a little dwarf plant, but I could be wrong. I could just be talking and hoping. I'm just gonna put it here. And we shall see what the plant is when it's ready. Clean off some of that dirt there. Pack it in. Alright. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video on how I clean up my unorganized garden beds for the beginning of the garden season. Again, I am Robin, and thank you for stopping by Green Days on the Patio. If you like this video, please give it a like, share, and subscribe. Bye!